on to unity. And we have a series of 3 arrangements. I want to show them to you. Okay. We have 3 arrangements here. Absolutely love these arrangements. I love these containers. This is more of a rustic feel. And what unity is the relationship between all the components in a design, that they are harmonious, that there is unity there, that everything works together, and that it all, basically that everything in that arrangement is of the same theme, that it belongs there, okay? You know, it's just like if you see something and you're like, oh, that's out of place, that doesn't belong there, that means there's lack of unity there. Harmony, okay? A lot of times people say unity, what does that mean? Just think of the word harmony. Everything works together, it fits. Just like we have rustic things here, a lot of times you don't mix rustic and china, okay? So we want to look at these and try to figure out the unity level on this. This particular arrangement in the middle, we have this like Scotch broom, dried type Scotch broom here. We have sunflowers, which is very a garden flower. We have blue thistle, which is a garden flower. We also have a dried mushroom pods down in the front based. And then our container is very rustic. So with this particular arrangement, the unity level is spot on, because everything in this, from every item, is all rustic and very garden effect. So for me, this is very harmonious, and the unity level would be really good. And I would give it, you know, on unity, it would be probably a 4. Everything is really, really good. This is above excellent. I mean, above average on this. Now we move over here. This is the exact same arrangement. In this particular one, they chose not to use the mushrooms, but they chose to use the pods, which is still keeping in play with the rustic thing. What I have a problem with is they were given also decorative wiring. Just because you've been given something doesn't mean you have to use everything on your table or in your bucket. Let me repeat that again. Just because you were given the product doesn't mean that it was meant to be used. That's where your brain comes into play, and your education that you've gotten in the classroom, where you can do that problem solving and figure out what you're supposed to use and not. The decorative wire is totally out of place. The metallic wire really has no place in the rustic theme that we've been given. So with that, the unity would be off. I'm not going to say I would do drastic reduction in points, because it's very subtle. So for me, I would probably put that at average to maybe below average, but it could be in the average range. I wouldn't be real harsh on it, because like I said, it's not just in your face, okay? So that's not as bad. The one on the end is an extreme. And when I say extreme, it's because we're dealing with the same arrangement, except that they added a tulip. And a tulip is a garden flower, but it's more of a delicate flower. It's more of a elegant to romantic flower versus rustic. You don't visualize that being a rustic flower. But also the color being pink, being that pastel color, that soft color, is totally against this rugged look that we're going with, especially with the container. So for me, there's extreme discord here. There's no harmony going on in relation to all the components. So therefore, this would be poor. This would be below average. And I hope that helps you in looking at the difference, being we have the same flowers. This one, everything jives. This one has a little oddity out of it. And then this one is just really extreme. always tell people when you're in question and you're in doubt, don't do it. And I also encourage when you're doing design work that less is more. The fewer stems that you can put in an arrangement, the better you are, if it's executed properly, because the more you put in, the more an evaluator has to evaluate. The more you put in, the greater the chance that you do something wrong. The less that you put in it can, in many cases, make a strong impact, as well as cut down on the chances of getting something wrong. As you can see here in this arrangement, there's only 3 sunflowers, and then we have some thistle, some leatherleaf, and then we have accessories such as the Scotch broom and the mushroom. Okay? Any comments or questions on that? Unity, the relationship between all aspects of a design and how they relate to one another. That's unity.